No pipes, no wells, and zero rain in sight. It's been 4 days without a drop. But check this out. Water's steadily trickling into a trough, just like it did all night long. This is fresh drinking water extracted right from the air overnight. The setup, that does it. I built it for just $12. I'm not claiming this is some groundbreaking gadget. Far from it. Engineers have known about it for more than a century. Fog nets, dew traps, they're in use at coastal spots in Chile, Morocco's highlands, and remote Ethiopian villages where electricity's scarce and wells are tapped out. Why haven't you heard of it? It's too effective and dirt cheap for companies to bother marketing. So, I'll walk you through making one yourself. Deep down, you already get the principle. You've witnessed it forever without realizing. That's the moisture beating on your chilled drink. That's morning dew on the lawn before sunrise. That's a spiderweb mimicking what a $3,000 fancy water maker chases, with fans and compressors. The air surrounding you, no matter where, holds invisible water vapor, hanging there until it brushes a cool enough surface and releases. Enter the dew point. When air meets something at or under that temp, the vapor condenses into droplets and drips free. You're creating a massive catching surface for exactly that. A broad mesh panel facing the breeze, slanted so drops slide down by gravity into a collector at the base. Zero motors, no power needed, no upkeep. Erected at bedtime, and it runs silently till morning. Here's what blows my mind every time. Earth's atmosphere contains about 37 million billion gallons of pure water at all times, outstripping every river worldwide, just hovering unused. Almost no one's tapping it. That's the core concept. Now the shopping list. Seriously, this is everything. Shade cloth mesh, 666 feet. The type from garden shops or hardware stores, around $5. Tighter weave winds, aim for window screen density, not loose like a net. The mesh handles the heavy lifting, so splurge on quality there. 4 lengths of 1-inch PVC pipe for the frame, $2 or cheaper if repurposed. Zip ties, you've got 'em stashed somewhere. A plastic gutter piece for catching runoff, $3 or $4 anywhere, plus bricks or stones to angle it right. Total, $10 to $14, with your own ties and rocks, down to $8. No fancy tools, just PVC cutters, and stores often slice it gratis if you ask. Start with the frame. Link 4 PVC pieces into a rectangle about 4 feet high by 3 feet across. It's not fine carpentry. It just needs to stay rigid against gusts. Skip connectors. Zip tie joints work great. Drape the mesh across, yank it taut, no slack anywhere, and secure with zip ties every 6 inches per side. Picture a drumhead. That uniform pull prevents sags, which trap water, slow the flow, and cut your yield. Big newbie error, spreading it flat on the dirt. Skip that. Pools evaporate at dawn, netting zilch, angle it 15 to 30 degrees, like propping against a wall gently. Droplets then glide down the mesh, reach the bottom, and plop into the trough underneath. Position the gutter right below that edge. Optional, add tubing to pipe into a bucket, but it's not essential for night 1 results. Location's key, more than folks realize. Aim straight into prevailing wind, front on, not broadside or backed. Breeze must weave through the mesh. Scout your yard at twilight, note the flow, point the frame that way. Elevate off soil, even 1 foot helps, since ground-hugging air's warmer and drier. Shield from early AM sun, too. Let dew accumulate all night and linger till you harvest. Not vaporize pre-breakfast. Deploy pre-sunset. Retrieve at first light, done. Overnight it's basic physics in action. As temperatures fall, air brushes against the mesh and chills right along with it. Once it drops below the dew point, the water vapor can't stay gaseous anymore. It turns into droplets. Those droplets bump into neighbors, combine to grow heavier, and gravity pulls them sliding into the trough below. Dawn brings you water for free. On my initial night with typical humidity, temps around the mid-50s, clear skies without fog or rain, I gathered a bit more than half a liter. That might seem small, but those were utterly ordinary conditions. No standout factors at all. In muggy regions, seaside spots, or along river valleys where fog drifts in each morning, folks routinely harvest 1 liter, 2 liters, or even beyond from a rig like this overnight. Bump the mesh to 10 by 10 feet, and suddenly you're generating substantial daily water yields from a build you knock out in one Saturday afternoon, using supplies from a single hardware store trip. A household of 4 requires roughly 2 liters of potable water per person daily. Size it properly in ideal conditions, and you're supplying all that straight from the atmosphere. 0 utility costs, no systems to maintain, no approvals needed from anyone. Now, about making it drinkable. Air-sourced water starts out remarkably pure. It never contacts soil, doesn't flow through dirt or plumbing, dodging the typical headaches of groundwater like bacteria, farm chemicals, or silt. Still, it might grab dust from the mesh eventually, or faint contaminants if you're in a city close to roads or factories. The solution? 5 minutes and around $3. Grab a plastic bottle, slice off the base, invert it neck down, stack layers inside, starting from the bottom. Cotton, followed by activated charcoal. Easy find at any aquarium shop. Then fine sand, capped with more cotton on top. Run your harvest through the top. It drips purified from the neck into a clean vessel underneath. This setup traps particles, soaks up most chemical traces, and tacks on just a minute to your routine. For total certainty, boil it or drop in 1 dash of unscented household bleach per liter. Let it sit 30 minutes, and it's as pristine as processed tap, often purer based on your local supply. Air water, yours for the taking, refined in minutes, for a one-off $12 expense. What lingers with me about this setup is its ancient roots. Variations have been around for ages. The Incas crafted stone setups to capture moisture from highland fog. Canary Islands fog nets have sustained locals for generations. Archaeologists now believe certain Bronze Age wells in the Nigb Desert were dew traps, designed not to store, but to generate water. Yet in the past century, with indoor pipes everywhere and city water standard, that wisdom faded. We didn't need it. The faucet delivered, so those skills just molded away unused. One $12 afternoon, and it's yours again. Whatever brought you here, whether prepping for the unknown, living off-grid and plugging a hole, or just loving hands-on projects that deliver real results after a late-night scroll, it doesn't change the outcome. It delivers. Now you know the method.